Hello and welcome to WRX. My name is Awais, and today we're going to be doing something super unfun, and that is installing an AOS. Well, actually, it's not an AOS, it's a catch can system. The video is sponsored by Killer Bee. Back in June, which is a few months ago, Killer Bee actually started shipping out their catch can system, which they said is really easy to install, especially compared to some of the other catch cans and AOSs out there, and so they wanted to send one to me. Unfortunately, I had the Perrin AOS already, but I have Jordan, who has been nice enough to bring his car and let me install this on his car. It'll be a really good learning experience for him because he can see how we do it. And for me, I actually installed the AOS before I left for SubiFest, and a lot of what I have to do with this is very similar. So I'm going to do my best to walk you guys through it. It's actually not that bad of an installation. I know there's a couple of videos already on YouTube for it. I know Import Image Racing has one, which we did check out to just kind of prepare ourselves. But as usual, it's only 6 minutes, so there may be some things that they may not have touched upon, which I will definitely be talking about. So let me show you guys exactly what's in the kit, and we'll get started. Guys, before I get started today, I do want to let you know I do have a website, heavymetalrex.com, where I am selling a lot of merch, including this shirt right here and a couple of other things. I do have a beanie coming very soon because I tend to wear those during the winter the whole time. And I do have the memberships turned on the YouTube channel. So if you want to help the channel out financially, this is the best way to do it. All right, so here's the catch can system. It's a dual catch can. One side is going to go at the front by the pulleys. The other side is actually going to mount to the back of the by the firewall, which I'll show you. It's actually a really easy system. They've got there's two bolts that stick out of the firewall, and you just throw these nuts on there and it hangs on. It should be fairly simple. There are a couple of things that you will need for this if you have never done it before. You will need a 27mm deep socket, which I had to get the last time I did the AOS. You will need I can't remember exactly what it was, but I have an 18mm, which this will actually fit in. This is more than fine. And then you do need to take off a couple of things, like there's a pulley cover that you need to take off, so you need a 10mm for that. And you need to take off the intercooler if you have a top-mount intercooler still, which I did not have. That actually makes things not harder, but that just add a few minutes to take off the intercooler, which just uses a 12mm. So we're going to take all that stuff off, and once that's off, I'll show you exactly where these things are going to be mounted up, because there is some cutting involved, and this time we made sure we got the right tools. Okay, so what I was talking about, the things that I need to take off is this pulley cover, which is just one 10mm bolt over here, and it just plugs in, and this is exactly what we broke, because look how easy that is to actually break. We were at Ecotech when Adam was installing the front mount, and he put his hand right here, pushed down, and it broke this plastic right here, which was, be careful with that. Then, of course, the intercooler has to come off, so we got, what, 1, 2, well, actually, I don't know if we got to take that one. You know what, you don't have to take that one off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bolts, and of course you have to pull the little plastic pin so you can pull it off of the charge pipe from here, which that really shouldn't take very long. All right, now that everything is off, I can show you exactly what it is in a nutshell that we are doing. So first of all, we're going to cut some of this rubber off, expose the plastic, and cut this much of the plastic off, and this is where the front catch can is going to go. Then the rear catch can is actually going to go right here on these two bolts right here, or these two nuts right here, or no, they are bolts. They're going to go back here. Let me show you back there. All right, then, just like I did in the AOS, we are going to have to remove this guy right here, and wherever this is going underneath the EGR, which, oh my God, I am not ready to go back there again. But this piece comes off, and we're going to replace it, and then those two hoses are going to line up, one on the PCV over here, and then one right here. And that's pretty much it. So really, it is not as involved as the AOS was. So let's see how it goes. All right, let's get started. This is what we're going to cut, and I'm going to do my best. Now this is the tricky part because we need to make an incision here and an incision here, and this whole bit needs to come out. Now, Jordan was nice enough to bring this really cool Husky rubber hose cutter, I guess. I don't know exactly which direction. I think it goes like this, and then you just kind of spin it around. But it's my first time trying this out. Bro, that took like nothing. That is actually, you know, having the right tools is amazing.
Half the battle.
Okay. Hopefully that is enough. If not, we can take more over here, but we will adjust as needed. Because this is what's going over here. So that's going to go on here like that. And I mean, I could just shove the whole pipe in there. So what I'll do is I'll just take a little bit more of the rubber and I'll just shove the whole pipe in there. I won't cut more off of it. That's not bad. I think I'm good with that. I'm actually good with that. There's plenty of it on the bottom, plenty of it on top. And we'll just get the hoses on there. That's good. So here is where we ended up. We cut that little elbow, and here I've got this tightened up here and got this tightened up here. And this actually didn't take very long at all. Now, if I'm understanding this correctly, this is the back catch can. If I am understanding this correctly, which it's possible I'm not, I think this is how you're going to be draining. This is how you're going to be draining the oil, is just taking this thingy off from the bottom. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to go. That's where it goes. Bloop, 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 bloop. Now, this is going to be pretty difficult if it's on the car. But that's the thing about catch cans is, you know, that's the difficult part. You have to actually deal with it yourself. Now, this part is actually kind of cool because it has like these little gyro thingies on there that spin that allow you to undo and redo it. And then it just closes up, which is kind of ingenious. I think that is pretty cool design. But once we get it all on the car, we'll talk about this part because I'm not 100% sure. All right, now we're at the intake manifold, and this is what we need to take off. And there's another one of these clamps down here underneath the EGR, which, if you remember when I did my AOS, that was a big pain in the ass. However, I did buy the proper tools, so hopefully it's not an issue. I mean, it wasn't an issue when I did it, when I got the right tools, but it's still a little bit of work. So this guy, obviously super easy. Just like that. And now the one up here, this is going to be interesting because I don't remember if I used the 45 or if I used the 90 to take this off. You see it down there?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to try to get. It's almost off. You just have to figure out the best way to get the pliers. I may need to get the 90. I'm using, this is a 45 degree. Crap, now I can't see. Oh, there we go. Got it. Cool beans. Easy peasy.
No.
I mean, maybe.
Hotter than that.
Maybe. I'm just going to use a heat gun to just kind of heat this up a little bit. It's going to make it way, way easier to take off. Because this is pretty much what I ended up having to do when I did my AOS. Because clearly I am not strong enough. Dude, this is like on there.
I feel like when they assemble these cars, they time everything like fucking crazy.
Yeah, like it's not going anywhere. There it is. Oh my God, goodness. So this is where I just took that hose off from, and it plugs up to that area. It connects up to right there. Now this is what we need to take off. This is a 27 millimeter deep socket, which I do have. Now be very careful when you're taking this off. Don't drop it down here like I did in my AOS video, because you will be looking for it for days. Existed. All right, so you see this guy right here? You see? Oh, well, okay. All right. Now I undo it. Oh, there it is, yeah. Oh, well, okay. All right. Now I undo it. Oh, there it is, yeah. Now I will attempt to get it with my hand without dropping it. Here it goes, guys. You guys already know I'm like the finest tech tips of cars. I did it. I did. All right, so this is what we took out. Now you do need this. Now what's gonna happen is, because later on this is gonna go into here, and then we're gonna connect that back over to where we took this guy out. So I'll show you where that is. Now this is what's gonna get threaded into its place where this guy came from. So this one we need I can't remember exactly which one you need. I have an 18, which seems to fit fine, so I'm gonna do that. And these zip ties are actually meant when we put that hose, this hose, onto here. So let's put this guy on, and we'll get this hose. And this, from here, that to me, actually, that was the hardest part. I think now that we got that off, the rest is gonna be smooth sailing. It's actually really nice to have a camera person here, because you guys are going to be able to see exactly what this looks like. And make sure. I don't drop it. Bro. Oh, I got it. All right, cool. Let me make sure it's not cross-threaded. I can still turn it by hand. Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. That's good. Very good. Cool. So now let me get the 18 I have. All right, this is the deep socket 18. I don't recall seeing any torque specs, so we're just gonna do good and tight. That's about roughly 35. It's not in all the way. I don't know if it needs to be. All right, it still goes. So we'll do it until it's all the way in. Let's double check. So there's like the lip right here, and then the thread start. Whereas this, there's no lip, but it actually, if I match it up right to where the thread start on each, this is a little bit longer, as you can see. So what's happening is only like 2 or 3 rows of the threads are outside on this side. So I don't know if that's okay. I don't know. That's about all I can do with my hand. So I guess I'll just tighten it. That's fine. Another extension on here. Damn, Jordan, I gotta have you here more often. Having a camera person is so nice. I envy Jim, because like I think Krista records the videos for him, or like records. for him. I mean, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it's about where it was the last time too.
Yeah. Now we're coming up to the home stretch. You've got this piece right here, and let me just unlock this. And what you need to do is the piece that we actually took off from the back of the PCV. I can never remember if it's PVC. It's PCV. It's not PVC. PVC is like the plastic piping for plumbers. So this piece needs to actually go inside here, and then it will then thread into the back catch can. Now, what Killer Bee recommends, it even says right here, strongly, actually it doesn't recommend, it says you must apply thread sealant or thread tape to the threads. Now, Jim said this in his video, and I agree. If they want us to do that and it's necessary, they should supply it. We actually had to run to AutoZone to get some, which is, it's not a big deal, but, you know, that takes time. If had I known, I would have got some prior. Well, no, we did get it prior. We did know. I'm sorry. We did know, but still, that if you didn't know that, that's a problem. So now that we got that in there, we will tighten this guy up, and I need to turn that a little bit more with my big socket, and I need to hold on to it with a wrench. This is my you're gonna listen to what I said wrench. All right, cool. That is super duper tight. So that's in. Now we need to get this on the intake manifold. So I'm gonna do that next, and then we'll start lining up the rear catch can. Here we go. So now we got this guy on this side. Get these hose. Man, these hose, bro. Let me hold on to this before I drop it. Let's bring this. Up here. Oh, where's the B? Jordan wants to see the B. All right, the B's here. All right, cool. That is good. Now, we're going to move on to putting the rear catch can on, and then I'm going to worry about the hose that goes down, because that's going to be interesting. All right, so this is where the rear catch can goes. There's actually a bracket that they provide, which I'm going to bring this over here. I'll show you guys exactly what that bracket looks like, and show you the problematic issue is you've got these two nuts. Please, 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 please be very careful and do not drop them. And I'm actually not talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself. So I think the best way to do this is going to be bring it underneath this little piece right here. Bring the hoses here. Line this just like that, maybe? No? Like that, maybe? Or should I maybe I should bring the hoses through here. I should bring the hoses through here. Maybe that makes more sense. That probably makes more sense. No, it doesn't. Maybe it is the bottom. But, oh my goodness, Jordan, you're so immature. So immature. So you can bend, okay, no, I think this is fine. You can bend that bracket a little bit. It's just like a little bracket. So let me see the best way to deal with that. I'm trying to get my light somewhere. There we go. I have a feeling it might fall there. There we go. It's not in the way, is it?
No. It's good. Like in the very corner.
Okay, I feel like this is probably the best that it's gonna get. I think it's gonna go underneath here, because up top it doesn't make any sense. because it'll hit this. So that's my best guess, because one hose, this hose will go down here like that. One hose goes down here, and this hose goes to the top right here like this. So I think.
Can't see that in the video.
Okay, let me. Man, everything in the car is aluminum. What the hell? I'm trying to like mount my light, and everything in the car is aluminum, and it's like, how's a brother supposed to deal with that? Okay, so this is, I think this is like this. So this one is going right here under the intake manifold, or the intake manifold. This one's going to go down into here, and I think that's fine the way that it is. I don't know how else that's supposed to go. Obviously, you can't put it upside down, and you can't turn these. Can you turn this? Oh yeah. Oh, I guess you could. You could turn the whole thing. The whole thing turns inside the assembly, inside the bracket. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. That changes things.
Better.
Yeah, that's a lot better. So I was able to just grab the catch can in the bracket and turn it left and right. So I just turned it to the left. Now I'm going to carefully, Jordan, I'm going to put these nuts in. I'm going to give it these nuts.
That's why you're doing it, not me.
That's not that much better. Okay, well, that's pretty easy. You know, it's only difficult when the thread goes all the way to the end.
Yeah.
That's when it's hard. But this one, the threads don't start until a little bit. So you can actually place it on there. Extension matters.
I was told that a 3-inch extension was a
That part is done. Now we need to focus on getting these hoses on. Let me see how hard. I'm going to see how hard it is to just shove it on there. If it's really hard, I'm actually just going to, if you want to bring it down there and show them. It's right here. So if I can't shove it on there, I'm going to heat it up and do it. Okay. Almost, baby, almost.
That was good.
Oh, boy. All right, got it. I actually did it. I am surprised sometimes. All right, so we're gonna zip tie that. This is a really big zip tie. This is an incredibly large zip tie. I don't even know if I'm capable of zip tying this. How does it go? Go like that? No, it goes like this, doesn't it? Let me try it.
I usually don't know until...
You don't know until you do it.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, that's
And
not
then
it.
you always need 2 zip ties for everything you do. Oh, good. I thought I zip tied a different hose. The thing is that barb is pretty big, so let me see if I can get this. Well, I don't know how Jim did that. It's like right there is good, but I'm trying to figure out like the best way to get this light in there so I can see. There we go. Okay. You get it? Yeah, I got it. I mean, it's not gonna go anywhere, right? That's not going anywhere. Even without the zip tie, that wasn't moving. Now I need something to cut that with. Scissors?
Shit, just get the rubber cutter again.
Ooh, I don't know if it's gonna go down that far.
Probably not. That thing is huge.
Think it's right here. So if I can't shove it on there. I'm gonna heat it up and do it. Okay. Almost, baby, almost.
That was good.
Oh boy. All right, got it. You get it? Yeah, I got it. I mean, it's not gonna go anywhere, right? That's not going anywhere. Even without the zip tie, that wasn't moving. Now I need something to cut that with. It's never nothing.
It can't be 30 minutes that they said that it will take.
I mean, you know, a professional in a shop, maybe?
Maybe on like your third try, this will take like 30 minutes.
This, you know what? Realistically, this took about an hour.
Yeah.
This actually was not bad, especially compared to
Yours?
Yeah, my AOS was a lot harder. But this is a catch can system. The real tell is going to be when Jordan comes back and we pull everything open to get the oil out. That's going to be the real test. All right, so here's a summary of everything we did. We cut that elbow over here to put the first catch can and get all this hooked up. This was pretty easy. Then we had to take off the PCV. I keep saying PVC, like I'm a plumber. The PCV pipe that went from here down into there to the intake manifold, and I'm actually just going to hand that to Jordan. He's going to take it home, and then obviously that part was a little difficult, but we got that out. And once we installed the rear catch can back there, it was just a matter of getting each hose where it needed to go. One hose went into the intake manifold, and one hose went into the PCV in the back. Okay, I do want to show you guys something. This right here is the only thing that I would say is an issue. You see how that's really close? It's slightly touching, but it's low enough to where it's not a problem because the whole hose kind of moves up and down. I'm not going to go back and undo that and move it down. I think it's fine. But you guys, if you care enough, just make sure that's angled a little bit lower than it is right now. All right, Jordan's gonna start it up and I'm gonna make sure oil doesn't fly out. All right, guys, we actually just came back from a drive. As you can hear, the click, 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 click. The car actually feels amazing. This car has the pitch stop and it has the shift plate installed and the brass bushing, which I actually don't have on my car. I will be doing that soon. It felt amazing, but most importantly, we came back, checked everything. There's no leaks anywhere. There's no like random oil popping out in weird places, which, I mean, I didn't expect it to. Actually, you know what? I'm a master mechanic. I got this. So overall, not bad. Now, let's talk about the 30-minute installation. Now, this is what Killer B told me, like, look, it's only going to be about 30 minutes. To be fair, as two inexperienced people, this took us about an hour, which is way faster than when I installed the AOS. Now, also to be fair, I installed an AOS before this, so I knew exactly what I was doing, whereas when I installed that AOS the first time, I had no idea. And if I was installing this the first time, I don't know if I would have the same issues because it was considerably easier. The only issue is once it goes on, you're probably not taking it off because you did cut a piece of that plastic. Other than that, I think it was not a bad installation at all. If you're looking for something inexpensive, actually, you know what? I don't even know how much the price is. I'll put the price on here. Did you see what it was? $300. This is $300. So it's $300 for this, and that's not a bad price because I think Radium's catch cans are like $350, $400. So it's about the same, isn't it? Maybe. I don't know. Either way, Installation is pretty damn simple. I would say most of the time it's probably going to take you taking the PCV pipe in the back. That took a long time, and to be fair, I did have to use a heat gun to get it off. So something to keep in mind. Hopefully this video helps you guys. If you do pick this up, it is actually a pretty good piece. I would suggest it. Getting something like this on your car, period. I don't care what you get something, save your car, because when we took off the intercooler, there was a little bit of oil on the inside of the charge pipe. So just something to be mindful of. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video informative. I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Before you go, if you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hitting that subscribe button costs you guys nothing, and it gains me everything. I try to provide as much entertainment and information as possible, whether you're looking at my racing series, Vehicular Acceleration Testing, or you're looking at Tuner Talk, which is actually a great series for newcomers and veterans. My only goal is to try to make the VB community better, and I can't do that without your help. Thank you.